And the game award goes to Sonicfox, everybody.
Obviously, I'm a furry, so shout out to the furries. If any furries in the community, yeah. Guess all I gotta really say is that I'm gay, black, furry, pretty much everything the Republican hates, and
Oh man, what can you say? What can you say about something like that? So, November here on YouTube, great contributor of mine on Patreon. Thank you, by the way, as always. Brings to my attention about this right here. Whatever this is, okay, so this is the Game Awards of 2018. I don't care about the Game Awards. It's nonsense. It's just about as meaningful to me as the Oscars or the Grammys. A bunch of undeserving people winning made-up awards, yay! So exciting, you sit around for 3 hours watching a broadcast, telling you what's good and who's the best, as if you don't have your own opinion. So, it came time for the best esports player. And this guy right here, Sonicfox. And right here, right away, you guys know what a big fan I am of Sonic the Hedgehog. Most videos I make, I wear my Sonic beanie. So to see this is like some type of weird hybrid between Sonic and Starfire. He's a furry. Okay? Let's not beat around the bush already. He's a furry. Now, it's not like I have a big problem with these people. Whatever you want to do, if that's how you want to live your life, go right ahead. If you find, animals to be sexually attractive, then, but be my guest. Look at all the furry stuff you want on the internet. I'm sorry, to me, it's like, I don't know, you have so many, beautiful human beings out there that you could look at, and you choose to look at cartoon animals. Okay, So, anyway, Sonicfox is a gay man. He's black, and, he made a point to say it right there. He says, I'm black, I'm gay, I'm a furry, I'm all the things that Republicans hate. Okay, well, so here's the thing about saying something like that. First of all, you just lost basically any fan base that you might have had that was Republican. And second of all, you're just assuming because a few, Republicans might have said some, things against, gay marriage or something like that, that automatically makes them bad. See, it's really funny because this was meant to be, kind of an anti, bigot speech and everything, which is very popular nowadays. And he himself became a bigot right here by grouping all people together and saying they think one way. First of all, I've also never heard a Republican talking about furries. I think there's way more pressing issues in the world than that. And, the problem I have here is, what I said. It's does politics have to seep into everything? This guy is wearing a fox suit, and he thinks that he's a credible voice. And I'm looking on Twitter, and many people are giving him praise, but this guy's got a big mouth. I'm looking at some of the things that this guy is saying on Twitter, because people weren't happy with the comment. People hate it. It doesn't matter if you're a Democrat and you're a Republican. I have subscribers of all, colors and religions and political party affiliations and what may it be. But, at the end of the day, I think almost everybody agrees that they are sick and tired of politics and social politics creeping their way into video games, creeping their way into movies and music and all forms of entertainment and media. It's sickening already. You won an award for playing video games. You don't even have a real job. And, you're like sitting here like talking down to people. And you're wearing a fox suit. And you're making it, very clear to the world that you find cartoon animals to be appealing to your eye. And I just have to sit there and go, I mean, even all the groups out there, the LBGT groups and everything, like, guys, I understand that, like, these people need representation and all that, and I'm with that, but like, you're getting behind this guy because, I mean, look what he said. You shouldn't be praising him. You should be reprimanding him. This should be like, this is in no way what we stand for. It's like, how are they getting behind this guy? He's basically wearing a fox suit. This is not LGBTQ plus. This is just strange is what it is. Okay, it's like, and so I'll put it up on the screen. Of course, you've got some very interesting tweets from Sonicfox. Y'all have literally oppressed me my whole life and the livelihood of me and others. Yet, I still made it here. It's definitely more than a game. Y'all catching that dunk on a huge platform right quick. LMAO. Well, is that English? I'm not sure if it is. But, anyway. Oppressed. Oppressed. Can you imagine in a different country? I don't know. Maybe say Saudi Arabia, for example. Can you imagine if you were anywhere in public wearing that fox suit? I mean, let alone, the guy being gay. I'd say that he lives in a pretty good country that allows him to do this. The fact that he's wearing a blue fox suit. I mean, you want to talk about oppression. There's no doubt. I mean, you want to talk about, like, oppression, go right ahead, right? You want to talk about the civil rights movement and all that, and real oppression. What he's doing there is, where's, like, everybody on Twitter reprimanding him for this? You want to talk about oppression. And you're going to compare it to the fact that some people might have given you grief over the fact that you find cartoon animals appealing. I'd say you should be thanking your lucky stars that people don't give you more shit. Like I've already explained, in certain countries, you wouldn't even be alive anymore. You wouldn't be allowed out in public like that for very, very long. I don't think you'd have a lot of success. I don't think you'd be enjoying yourself. I mean, like, look, oppression. Look at, you're able to write this on Twitter. You're allowed to be as nasty and condescending as you want. You're cursing just like, with no filter. Just saying, you fucking assholes. Just writing all this stuff. Yeah, and y'all ugly as hell too, LMAO. Get the fuck out of my gaming circuit. So, like, I would think that if this guy is, like, basically trying to say that, like, thank you, and he's doing something very nice. I should have mentioned this in the very beginning. He's giving his friend part of his prize money. from, winning a lot of these events, these esport events, and he's going to give it to his friend, who has cancer, or a family member has cancer, something along those lines. Anyway, it's going towards a good cause, is basically, what's, needs to be commended about this guy. But, like, all of that gets, like, put on the back burner when you start acting like this. I mean, you want to make, like, you basically, okay, you put Republicans, on blast. You didn't say Congress or certain people in Congress that might have sounded bigoted towards certain groups. No, you basically went all out and you said all Republicans. So that means everybody in the entire world, the entire US of A, however you want to filter it out, it is a bad person. And they don't like you. And, you brought it beyond just, homosexuality. You made it, you said that they hate you because of your race. I didn't really see anybody booing you or giving you any trouble at the awards. You were getting a lot of cheers. So, Ian Miles Chiang says, conservatives are gamers too. Stop oppressing us. Never heard of the guy, but funny also. Then you've got this guy saying, damn, made a lot of right-wingers angry today. To them, all I have to say to you is, suck my, well, I'm not going to say the rest right there, but you know how that ends, obviously. I mean, God, if you want to be any more divisive, it's like, like, Kotaku said that this was a show-stealing speech. And the funny thing is, if he didn't make the crack about the Republicans, if he wasn't a gay guy wearing a blue fox suit who was attracted to cartoon animals, then this wouldn't even, be a thing. This would have been like a forgotten moment. He would have got his esports award and he would have walked off the stage to some mild applause, and it would have just... that would have been that. It would have been a forgotten memory on the show. Probably the most forgettable thing. But because those elements are involved, it's suddenly a major news item in the gaming world. That's calling for a lot of attention. But this guy should not be applauded. He should not be praised. The reason why he was saying all these things, you would think, is to get some sort of unity, to rally people up and say, hey, we could be who we want, we could be free, this group of people isn't going to keep us down, and if the statement was true, then I'd be all for it. But it's not, because we all know that, if it just because on a ballot you vote for a Republican candidate, that doesn't automatically make you an evil, hateful, bigoted person that's oppressing him. Which is very interesting because, you managed to be in a country this long, not hold a real job, and you've managed to make quite a bit of money, and win an award for basically not doing much other than just playing video games. So I'd say that this country's been pretty good to you there, pal. I'd say that a lot of people have supported you, and I'd say it's the exact opposite. I'd say, if anything, you're privileged. Meanwhile, the rest of us are slaving away at fucking, jobs, that are killing us and everything, and, we're not living our dreams. You're living your dream. You're getting to play video games, because I guarantee you would not be able to walk into a job wearing that blue fox costume. You wouldn't be getting too far in life with that appearance there, I'll tell you that. So you're allowed to be who you are. You're obviously allowed to say what you want. I guess Twitter's scared to ban you. It's so funny. So many more mild things are said, and yet, they go, it's not, they don't go unseen on Twitter. These people, they pay a bitter price. They get deleted. They get banned for saying those things. But you're there saying, suck my, and you're like, whoa, no ban there. It goes completely unchecked. See, what I'm saying about this speech is what's so hilarious is that you're trying to rally everybody up, and say you're a great person, and you're the poster boy for oppression, and that you smashed through those barriers and you won the award. And it's supposed to be a sense of unity, right? A sense of pride. And you're being very divisive. You're dividing people. You're driving a wedge. I'm sure people that might have liked you and thought you were maybe fun and funny because of your cute little blue fox costume, they've probably abandoned you now because you insulted them for no particular reason. You said something about them that wasn't true. And, and that's the thing. You don't know that a lot of those people might have actually been fans of you and might have thought, like, well, you're a good esports competitor. In the world of esports, there's people all over the internet. You could see that gamers are not just, liberals. They never have been. And you can clearly see that because the people who didn't buy Battlefield 5, it didn't matter if they were liberal, conservative, wherever it was. People just didn't like the social justice being crammed down their throat. And that's basically what Sonicfox is. He's an SJW. He got a little bit ahead of himself, took a lot of liberties there with the speech. And, once again, the oppression, the freedom of speech, he was able to say whatever he wanted. He went even, like really above and beyond that speech to the point where people actually saw the teleprompter saying, to wrap it up. It's time to go, pal. You're taking way too long. But, I'm just saying, man, like the country that we live in right now, it's how free and great it is. No matter how many problems we hear, you're free to get up in front of an audience at an award show and be a furry. And most people are okay with that. So there you go, guys. It's the furrocalypse. It's the furrocalypse, guys. I mean, now furry culture has made it into the mainstream, and apparently to Kotaku and many others, it's widely accepted. There's no problem with that. I mean, does anybody really truly realize that? Is that the problem that maybe anybody would have with this guy is mainly the furry concept. Not that he's gay, not that he's black. It's because he's a furry. And people don't really tend... So, especially when you say some insulting shit like that and condescending, people are probably going to turn around and say, you're a furry. You're really one to talk. I mean, man. I mean, is this going to be a group that's going to get special attention now and be protected, where we have to mind our P's and Q's around? Because, I mean, I'm sorry, but people are going to have a very hard time adjusting to people walking around in animal costumes as a way of promoting their attractedness to cartoon animals. Oh my god, I mean, I don't know what to tell you guys. Seriously, what can you say to something like this? Other than roll your eyes and basically just say, what the hell has happened to society? I don't want to live in this world anymore. What planet is this? It's almost uninhabitable at this point. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please hit a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, hit a thumbs down and tell me why. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell so you get all notifications when I post all my new videos. Check out some of the other content I have posted here. And thank you for watching, guys. Until next time.